So welcome to Childhood End with Enneacraft. Enneacraft. Do I need to know what this word is? Let me see if I can figure out what that is real quick. Oh, so what is that? It's apparently just like a Greek word or Greek root that just means 9. So are we going to see like level 9s or like, did this have something to do with 9? I wonder if we'll find out. Oh, it's a pendulum. Okay, a level 1 pendulum. Look at what is going on here. He's like a D8. Like, huh? Oh, and look, there's like other like geometry flying around him. There's like this thing in the sky. I have no idea what's going on in this artwork, but it's cool looking. What are you? Enneacraft Alpha Orgia? I don't, it's got to be Orgia. Pretend I didn't say that. Level 1 Earth Machine Pendulum Flip Effect monster. A flip pendulum. What? Have we had flip pendulums before? Hold up. No, they're the first. This is our first flip pendulums. I have mixed feelings on that because that seems like, I don't know. That's a lot to take in mentally. I don't know why, but I feel like the phrase flip pendulum has done psychic damage to me and I need a moment to recover. All right, what do? Your pendulum scale is 0. I mean, he is level 1, so I guess this is how you're intended to like pendulum summon multiples of him. I don't know. Oh, and there's another guy's level 1, so I guess maybe can only use second pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn, and it's a paragraph because we're a pendulum monster. Okay, so this is the pendulum effect. Each time a monster is flipped face up, place 1 Synquisition counter on this card. Okay. You can pay 900 life points, reveal 3 Enneacraft cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to put in your hand. Also, you shuffle the rest back into your deck. Okay, so it's basically like part of Pantheism effect. Okay. That's when it's a pendulum, so you do that from scale. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good effect for a pendulum. Monster effect. Reveal this card in your hand. Neat. Special summon 1 monster from your hand in face down defense position. Alright. Cannot special summon the turn you activate this effect except in face down defense position? Wait, they're a pendulum archetype who flip summons, but they get locked into face down defense position summoning, which is already a weird lock. Does this mean they can't pendulum summon? We're 1 card deep and I'm already confused on this deck strategy. Amazing, I love new Yu-Gi-Oh! When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand quick effect, you can change this set card to face up defense position, add 1 Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. So this could trigger itself while face down? Okay. That's different. I didn't even know cards could do that. If this card is flipped face up, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. It can special summon a monster from your hand in face down defense position. That could include itself, so that's good. That's good. When your opponent activates a monster effect in hand, so if they use like a hand trap or like they do Ryziel stuff, you can flip it up. Wait, if you change this set card to face up defense position, is that a flip? That has to be a flip because that's how Final Battle for Subterra Guru works, so that must work. So you add a card and then destroy a monster. That's decent already. I'd love to see the rest of the deck to figure out if that's going to be good enough. Next is Enneacraft Beta Alazonia. This is also level 1 Earth Machine Pendulum Flip. So I'm guessing they're all flip effects. Also a scale 0. We haven't seen a high scale. Each time a monster is flipped face up, place a Synquisition counter on this card. The first card said this too, and it did nothing with those counters, so I'm assuming later on we're going to find out what Synquisition counters are for. Pay 900, reveal 3 Enneacrafts from your deck. Your opponent picks 1 to put in your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your... That's the same effect. This is the same pendulum effect, word for word. Okay, so both pendulums have a Pantheism effect and make Synquisition counters for unknown purposes up until later, I'm assuming. You can reveal this card in your hand. Special summon monster from your hand. Face down defense position. That's the same effect. Is this the same too? When your opponent activates a card or effect that includes adding a card from the deck to the hand. No, this is different. Quick effect. Change this set card to face up defense position. Add an Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. If this card is flipped face up, banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand face up until end phase. Alright. So both scales have a Pantheism effect. They can summon other monsters or themselves in face down defense position, lock you into only summoning to face down defense position, and they react to your opponent doing something while they're face down. This is the reactive. This is the flip monsters that react archetype they were talking about. I get it now. I didn't expect them to be pendulums, but here we are. This, though, is basically one of Darklaw's effects, so I kind of like that. The fact that it also just adds a card, just like the other one, I think. Yeah, so you're just reloading your hand every time they do this. Another scale 0, level 1. All right. Are you the same again? Enneacraft. I don't know this one. Tomaria. Okay. Same effect here? Yeah, same effect. Same effect, word for word for the pendulum effect. You can reveal this card in your hand, special summon a monster from your hand, face down defensive position, cannot special, same effect. Is it just the second and third monster effects or the only thing that's different? That might be for them. When your opponent activates a card effect that includes special summoning a monster, you can change this set card to face up defense position, add one Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. Okay, so it flips up when your opponent specials a monster with an effect. If this card is flipped face up, negate the effect of one effect monster your opponent controls until the end of the turn. Okay, I like that. So if they activate an effect of special summon something, he'll flip himself up, he'll add an effect. Then on the new chain, if that monster they summoned had an ignition effect, this can negate it. That's nice. Yeah, because if it's summoning on your opponent's turn, the sequence will be they go first, and then this activates in response. Next, looks like it's more the same. Enneacraft, Akniria. You can only use the second pendulum effect of this card. Okay, same. When your opponent activates a card affecting your graveyard or banishment, you can change this card to face up, add one. So they all add when they flip up. This one's not a level 1. We'll get to you in a minute. This card is flipped face up. Shuffle 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard and or banishment into the deck. Okay, I see you. So specifically for like the metas we're in right now, these seem pretty solid as like flip effects, but the thing is, like, your opponent has to do specific things to trigger them. They're not like hyper reactive quick effects or anything. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Let's see what else they've got though. Enneacraft, Isa Beta Leon. It is a level 9. Okay, so I was right. There are level 9s in here somewhere. It's also a pendulum flip effect monster, but it's also scale 0. I don't think you're ever meant to pendulum summon these guys. Okay, so things are slightly different here. Each time a monster is flipped face up, place one Synquisition counter on this card. That's the same. At the end of the battle phase, if you have an Enneacraft card in your other Pendulum zone, you can target one monster your opponent controls with lower attack than this card, destroy it with 3,000 attack. Okay, that's pretty good for a random scale effect. You can reveal this card in your hand, special summon monster for your face down to visit. Okay, that's the same. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your card or effect. Okay, so this is probably the most responsive one. Quick effect, change this card to face up. Return up to 3 cards of the field to the hand. Each time a card is added to your opponent's hand by their card effect while you control this monster, flip face up, inflict 900 damage to your opponent for each. I love him. I love Degenerate Jank, and this is degenerate. I love it. Oh my god. I love this guy. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny card. Enneacraft Astapixia. Same things. Same thing. End of battle phase, you have an Enneacraft card in your Pendulum zone. Target one monster player controls with attack lower than this card, destroy it. Okay, so it seems like the level 1s all have that Pantheism effect, and all of these have that end phase pop a card. Special summons itself the same way, or special summons something else the same way. It doesn't have to be it. When your opponent activates a card effect that targets a card you control. All right, this one's also more universal. You can change this set card to face up, then banish one random card from your opponent's hand face down. So this is similar to that other one that was like the beta. Your opponent cannot target cards in the field or in graveyards with card effects while you control this monster face up. Holy, it's a soft Necro Valley. Chat, is this a stun deck? Please don't tell me this is a stun deck. I really don't want us to have another stun deck. Please, 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 please. Enneacraft Tori F. Mar. Each time a monster is flipped face up, place one. Okay, same thing. End of battle phase. We have an Enneacraft card in the other pendulum. Wait, this is battle phase. No, it's end of battle phase. Okay, so it's end of battle phase, not end of turn, like I thought I misread. Okay. End of battle phase, you have an Enneacraft in your other Pendulum zone. Target one monster player controls of attack lower this card. It's just so same effect. So level 9s all have the same Pendulum effect, and the level 1s all have the same Pendulum effect. Okay, easy enough to remember. I like that because it means there's less to keep track of a Pendulum archetype. Pendulum archetype can get very headachy when they don't do this sort of thing. Special summons, same way. When your opponent activates a card effect on the field during your turn, so if they use a quick effect, you can flip it up, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. All right, if this is flipped face up, change all monsters opponent controls to face down position. Their battle positions cannot be changed. Holy crap. What? So if they do anything on your turn, you can just quick effect fucking hit them with whichever mirror force it is that flips everything face down. That's insane. Okay, I mean, I guess it only matters if you're going second, probably, or later. Going first, that doesn't really achieve anything. Enneacraft Archon Tail. When your opponent activates a card effect that will destroy a card on the field, you can change the set card face up. Monsters and Enneacraft spells you control cannot be targeted by card effects for the rest of this turn. So all monsters you control notably, and your spells cannot be destroyed by card effects for the rest of this turn. Okay. If your opponent uses like a Raigeki effect or like Lightning Storm, you can use this, and then you prevent them from doing it again. That's nice. Each time a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard will control this flip face up monster. Inflict 900 damage to them. More burn! More burn! Oh, we love taxes. We love the tax cards. Kyozai Toshi, Enneapolis, the Syncquisition. We still haven't figured out what these Syncquisition counters are for. Is this gonna be like... Maybe it's maybe the spells have something to do with them. I also noticed they didn't really have a boss monster, but I don't know. Maybe that comes out later. Maybe that's number 8 or something. It's always traded as an Enneacraft card. You can only use its first second effect once per turn. You can target any number of Enneacraft Pendulum monster cards you control, return them to the hand. Okay, so you can reset them that way after they've done their thing. If an Enneacraft Pendulum monster you control is flip face up during the main phase, you can return to the hand or place in your Pendulum zone one of them. So you can reload your scales if anything happens, and you can also like return one to the hand after it's flipped up. Okay. Once per turn during the end phase, remove all Syncquisition counters from cards you control. If you do, inflict 900 damage to your opponent for each... I'm sorry. I didn't think the Syncquisition counters were going to be the bullets for a freaking gun. Oh my god. I was expecting this to be like how like you increased or decreased your scales. I didn't think it was going to say just 900 damage for each counter. That's insane. How much burn damage can this deck do in a turn, I want to know now. Like, sure, your opponent kind of has to play into it a little bit, but like, depending on what you do, they may not get a say in the matter. Wait a minute. With the things that counted the counters, each time a monster is flipped face up, so it's not even just cards in this archetype. You could combine this with something like Mimigul and get a lot of those counters, and if you do, this thing is going to be like a... I mean, I guess Mimigul's not a great idea because you get locked in the special summoning face down, and that's not really what Mimigul wants to do on their turn with their field, but there's probably something you can mix this with that goes nuts with that. Next, normal spell, Enneacraft Release. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Place one Enneacraft Pendulum monster from your deck in your Pendulum zone. It sets a scale. Okay, great Pendulum card. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was set there, you can banish it. Add one face-up Enneacraft monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, this is like the most down-to-earth card we've seen. And that's the end of it. Okay. So notably, no trap, no extra deck monster, no real boss monster, just these two guys. These 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. There are 4 of them. I mean, if you don't lock yourself in with this, like on the crackback, I guess you could make a rank 9 or something with them. There's not a lot of great rank 9s, but there are some. And some of them are very funny. The generators notably come to mind. We made a pendulum archetype that never pendulum summons, by the way. I get why they're pendulums. It's entirely because the game plan here, I see it. At the same time, though, like, these are wild. I will probably have to, like, experiment with it a bit before I, like, give a ruling on whether or not I think it's going to be relevant or not. I think they've got a shot so far from just first impressions. I think there's definitely potential for them to do something. At the very least, maybe go rogue, but we'll find out. Oh my god, what a freaking archetype, man. I was not expecting this. I wasn't expecting the flip monsters they were hinting at to be pendulums. Does this work with crawlers? Is this crawlers' time to shine? Did crawlers finally find a home? I don't know. That's enough of these guys, I think. We should switch over to Master Duel before I lose my mind.